know, so the general question is, can we oppose it? A city ordinance cannot conflict with the state statute. By preemption, the state, their state statute would prevail. However, my position may be, legally, that since the state of Ohio has indicated it's not going to do its own independent testing, and therefore, from our perspective, they've abrogated their duty of safety. When I read the Bill of Rights under the Ohio Constitution, I think I might argue that under our state Bill of Rights, we have an inalienable right as citizens of Ohio to the right to safety. And therefore, if the state abrogates that duty, then we as a charter city have the right to make sure it exists. It either exists as a right or it does not. So it would involve a number of legal arguments, some of first impression. But if they're viable, they will be argued.
You had a question.
Bill Baker, I am the facilitator for Occupy Mansfield here, and I was brought to tears listening to the information that you put out today. A lot of the Occupy groups have been on the forefront of trying to do something about this movement, and your report was very concise, and I'm just extremely grateful that we're taking action on this. All the surrounding communities in Mansfield can be at the forefront of this. You've given plenty of information out today. If you're taking notes, I'd like to give you a couple other sources you could look at. The state of New York called for a moratorium on all hydraulic fracturing, and you can find their revised information in a report called the SGEIS Revised by the state of New York. If you Google search that, it'll come right up to the top. It covers almost every aspect of the fracturing, the wastewater, the chemicals that are used. Another thing that you may want to look up is something that's nicknamed the Halliburton loophole. It was enacted in 2005 by Dick Cheney and some members of his constituency that, looking ahead, prevented them from disclosing these chemicals as trade secrets. So that's why this material that's coming here is not listed as a Class 1 hazardous material. The rating on the material is wrong. That's the problem. We have, I believe, one Class 1 well in Ohio versus 170 Class 2 wells. And to note on the aggressiveness of these companies, look up OOGEEP, which is a gas promotional lobbyist group to educate us on how beneficial this is. And you can ask them to have representatives come and speak. But I also want to say that landowners are not being told of the hazards of this. And when you take a farmer with 100 acres and they come in and they offer him $2,000 an acre for mineral rights, plus royalties in the future, and he's trying to make money off of a dairy farm or off agriculture, they're taking it. They're taking this money in this economy to survive. And there are landowner groups gathering together to get the best deal from these companies without full information. So it's so important. I'm so grateful to see all these leaders of our community here today, and I'll look forward to your forum on the 19th.
We appreciate your kind remarks. Of course, for the most part, these are elected officials here. We would be very grateful if you would communicate to those who are part of the citizen actions that they know unequivocally that the city of Mansfield, without equivocation, opposes it. And we need their help.
Thank you.